Hi guys, welcome to the studio and welcome back to Creep on June 2025, which is a collaboration with the fantastic Tracie Fox and team of creatives and everybody who's playing along besides. And yeah, it's so exciting. Okay, so before we get on, all the links to everything will be below in the description box. Please go check them out. The pretty much link at the top of the description is a link to the calendar. I normally have it ready. There we go. Oops. This one. It will be a link to this interactive calendar on Tracie's website. And what you do is you click the link, it takes you to a website. This will come up and you can click on each one of these boxes, and that box will take you to a collaborator on Tracie's team who is doing a video for that day. Video of inspiration, obviously. Like myself, many of them have been doing videos anyway, every day regardless, but on these specific days we will have a kind of specific tag or base to work with. Mine is day 28 and this will be mine, the one that I'm specifically working with on the 28th. But yeah, so as I said, in between now and then, please check out all these other channels. They are amazing. Tracie kicked us off with day 1. Yeah, just awesome. Please check them out. Excuse me, guys. Don't know why, but I've woke up with a really dry cough this morning. 1 second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Right, so today I'm going to get back to playing with the journal pages. Today is the 8th. So we are here. How is it day 8 already, guys? This is the day that I'm filming anyway, so hopefully this video will be up later. Yeah, so one of the other days, I can't even remember I've done that many videos. One of the other days was when I tore this up, and a lot of people were like, oh, really? But it looks so cool when it's put back together. However, I also realised after doing the video, I got some of the pages mixed up. Now, I don't think it really matters too much, but I wanted to try and keep them in order. So this page does not go with this if you are doing it in the order that the kit pages come in. So I printed the whole kit out, not the whole kit pages out onto it was like 9 images to 1 sheet, so they are really tiny. I don't really plan on doing anything with these. These are just kind of a reference for me to know which way to put these pages back together. So I do know that them two are correct. But then the second page should not have been that. The second page should have been the werewolf. But yes, as I said, I've got them mixed up. So that one doesn't matter because that doesn't even go with that page. That one doesn't matter. So we need to find that one. And then the pages that I have used turned out to be and I find them there, turned out to be page 10. So that one is right, it should be on that side, so that's fine. We haven't got anything on the back of there, so that is okay. And I think it was page 9. Well, I'm saying page 10. Yeah, it was this one, which is correct, and it should also be on that side. However, it should not be there in the kit. So I've kind of boo-booed that one a little bit. And I'm not sure how to rectify it, so I think the best thing to do is to maybe put these in some kind of an order that's not the order of the actual pages. That's gonna make a little bit of sense. Wow, these cats are driving me crazy today. Okay, so number 4 is a witchy one, so is number 5, so we'll put those together. I think they're pretty much like this throughout anyway. 6 and 7 is Frankenstein. 8 is Dracula. 9 is a skeleton. So is 10. 10 is almost like pumpkin skeleton. Reminds me of Skeleton Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. This one is still kind of skeleton-like, so that one goes with that. That gives me major Voldemort vibes. And that one, so they go together. Then we've got the bride. Now, is that the bride of Dracula or the bride of Frankenstein? I think that's going to be Dracula's bride. So, maybe. Just for the time being, we'll put them two together. See, we've got another skeleton one here, which is the one that I used. No, it's not. No, that's the one that I used. Okay, so we'll put them there. And then this one is just kind of a creepy, vibey one. So, I think... Oh, werewolves, yeah. So they go together, 2 and 3. This one, churchyardy. So, churchyard, kind of associated with skeletons a little bit, isn't it? Really? Dracula, no. Well, it's got a little kind of ghosty there anyway. And gargoyles. Ooh, now see, now ravens, gargoyles, I would associate with Dracula, and I think that's the Headless Horseman. I'm going to put that one with Dracula and his bride. Okay, so, as I said, I mixed these up, so we're going to start the pages with the skeletons. So we're going to put all these together. As I said, it really doesn't matter, I wouldn't have thought, but... So I need to find that page and do that next. Then on the other side of that, I need this page. And then we can put that one into place. See, in my head I know what I'm doing. It's just the order that I need to do them in. So we're going to have skeletons first, rather than werewolves. So we're going to have that one. Then we're going to have page 10. Page 11. 12. And 14, but no. So I'm going to do 9. That's the pumpkin guy. I want these to all kind of match a little bit. Okay, so that's more like Grim Reaper. And that reminds me of that. So we're going to start off with the skeleton. Then we're going to go for this one. And then we're going to go for that one, then we're going to go Grim Reaper style. Again, they still look a bit skeleton-like, so we'll use that, and then over to Grim Reaper. So, transforms from the mummy, the skeleton, into Grim Reaper. Okay, then I'm going to go for the... See, now that looks a bit like Grim Reaper there. So that one I'm going to go there. And then, I'm not going to go Dracula because there's a hooded figure there. So that could also be Grim Reaper into the witches. Okay, so then we go to the witches. Then we're going to go to the bride of Dracula and Dracula himself. Okay, so before that, Oh no, I've got to start with the skeletons, haven't I? Because I've messed up. Okay, so then after that, we're going to go with the werewolves. Dracula werewolves, yeah. If you watch anything like Van Helsing and things like that, they are not Van Helsing, not Van Helsing. Underworld. God, I was going to say Twilight then. Underworld. Then obviously vampires and lichens. Werewolves have a thing, you know, love-hate relationship, so we'll go for them, and then we'll go for Frankenstein. So we start with this one, I would imagine, because he's a skeleton first, and then there is more of his human form. So that's how I'm going to play it. Ugh. So my order of things, and when they are open in the journal that I am making, they are going to be as shows here, so like a double page spread. So my order of the pages, the journal pages, will be page 1, page 9, page 10, page 14, page 12, page 11, page 15, page 4, 5, 13, 8, 2, 3, 7 and 6. What an order. Okay, so as kind of, see, these two pages kind of go with each other, but then the next pages in the kit in the right order doesn't necessarily match. So, and a lot of people have just mixed the pages up in whatever order they want to. Some people have printed them out like this and then just folded them in half like that. So then obviously the pages wouldn't necessarily match up anyway. But I want to keep them in a double page spread. So that is my new order of things. So I'm going to put that onto the, excuse me, to the back, because we've done that one now. And we have on the back of there done this page. So now we need to sort through all this and find this page. Ugh. I don't half like making hard work for myself. So Lord only knows where they're going to be. So that is the werewolves. Then we've got the witches. Then Frankenstein. It's going to be right at the back, isn't it? Frankenstein. More witches, and onto the skeleton. Dracula. Okay, there. So it's going to be on these pages actually. See, I made the mistake of not finding the middle page, and what I did where I just split the thing, tore one edge and then tore the other edge, so I've got all my pages mixed up, good style. So let's start with the bottom, because I want this image, it might be easier to find from the bottom. And there we have it. No, it's not. It's... yes, it's that one. Nope. No, it's not. Oh man. Honestly, why do I do these things? If you're going to do what I did, then put everything in order first, guys. Oh, great. I don't even know which page it is, guys. Oh. I won't know what page it is, because that's the one I've done. I'm looking for this one. Right, I need that. I need this one, not that one, this one. Oh my goodness. So I need to be looking for the top corner edge. Wow, guys. I bet you were screaming at me, weren't you? Like, no, it's not that one. Why I decided to turn them back to back, I don't know. So, right, the skeleton there. Oh, honestly. Right, let's have a look at this. Ah, there it is. I can see it there on the back. So, back page of that one. Oh, that's nice and easy to do then, because there's only 3 pieces to put back together. Alright, so that lines up with that, and then the back page from this. And off camera I will dismantle all these and put them back together properly in the order I need to do them in. Wow. Right, so that's not too bad. Okay, so now we can get on. So I'm going to use vintage photo oxide, vintage photo oxide and walnut stain oxide. I'm going to do them, walnut stain, vintage photo, and then I'm going to spray, which will make them do like this and kind of bleed a little bit. I was doing it wrong the last time, because the last time I was doing archival ink. Well, archival ink isn't going to bleed because it's archival. It's permanent. So let's just grab a scrappy piece of paper to work on. And I'm going to ink in. Come on, I actually already have one somewhere, but this will do. I boo-booed and printed a load of the daily bases in black and white. I was actually doing something else and forgot I had them lined up in the printer, so it printed them in black and white when it shouldn't have done. So we'll just use the back edge of those. Okay, so I'm going to go in with vintage photo first. We're going to just grungy these edges a little bit, maybe on the actual page as well. I said I weren't going to use ink originally, but yeah, things change. So, plus it actually gives it a really cool look because it's oxide that I'm using now. When you use oxide and you add the water to do the oxidation, it's really cool. So I'm going to do that a little bit over here, and then we're going to go just around the edges with the walnut stain because it's darker. I'm not that good at blending and things like that, guys, so you'll know better than I do how to do it. Just want to darken those edges a little bit. Alright. Did I do that one? I don't think I did I? No. Okay. Some of these need to be ripped anyway to fit on the page that I'm going to put them on. Okay. Now, as I said, I am not bothered about it being dark like that, because now, I'll just move that out the way, pop that there. I'm going to get my heat tool. Whoa, got it twisted. Alright, no, I don't need the heat. Well, I'll get it out ready, but I don't need that yet, sorry. I'm going to get my vaporizer distress spray, and I'm just going to spray around the edges, like so, to activate the oxide. in a little bit, like so. Okay. Just rub the edges in it like that, and then we will give it a dry. Look at that cool oxidation now. I think I actually have some walnut stain in archival. I'll have a check in a minute. Alright, let's have a look. Archival. It's ground espresso there, but I might have one here. Let's see. If not, I was using potting soil, yeah. Vintage photo and hickory smoke. I've got the ink in walnut stain. I thought I had another one in that. It must not have been. It must have been the ground espresso. We're going to use. Well, we'll stick to the. Right, we'll stick to the potting soil because that's what the potting soil looked like when we used it. So we'll stick to that one. Then it's cohesive all the way through. I'm going to just grab a new inker for this because I don't have one. With it being archival, of course. So let's just pop that on there. Load it up and get the edges. There we go. It just defines them a little bit, and of course this ink won't bleed because it's archival. Although actually thinking of whatnot, I need to actually do the pages on the page first. So let's pop the lids back on them, and then they don't dry out. Okay, so I have some pages cut already. This one. Am I doing this right now? Where's my thing? Okay, so I need that one. Yes, so that needs to go onto that page there. I'm going to put that there, then I can see it, a visual. Okay, and I need to stay to this side because the rings are going to be down this end. So I need to start with this over here, and some of this needs to disappear because there's too much of it. So let's just kind of go along there like that. Yeah, that's better. Almost kind of trying to follow the line of the inside of that page. So like where these lines are here, I'm trying to follow this line, or the one nearest to the edge. Okay, and it needs to go to this side. Yep. Good stuff. And before I do that, I'm going to just crinkle it up. And we're going to spray it again. Where is my glue mat? There it is. Well, I say glue mat, it's not a glue mat. This is, I think I pulled the front page off. I did, but I glued it on the back. This is just a paper palette. pardon me, it's just got 30 tear off sheets in it. These are, it's a paint palette, so these are like plastic on this side and then the paper on the other side. So but they're really good. I don't actually use them for painting. I've been using them for gluing because it's sticky now, but actually it will wipe clean. But you know, when it gets too much, I've just been tearing it off anyway. So we're just going to give that a bit of a scrunch. I know we've done this process once already, but you know, I just want to do it again because it just adds a bit more. You see what I mean about it beading up on there? It's really good. I'll try and open this out now without tearing it. Okay, that's better. I'll dry this off. Alright, so now I'm going to just go around these edges again. Now I know which edges to do. I'm not a huge fan of these. I like my finger daubers, but trust the process. There we go, that's better. Trying not to rip it too much, but not bothering if I do. Alright. So let's dry that off again. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it is okay. Get my page. And now we're going to glue it down. Although I'm going to dry it first. Alright guys, so I have gone ahead and done that, dried it, and I did these two pieces at the same time. So now I need to try and get them to this edge because the rings are going to go down there. So now we play the piecing back together game. And I'm going to actually start with this bottom edge. And then I don't go like I did here and at an angle. So let's do that. I'm using art glitter glue. I'm not using the Nouveau glue today, I'm using art glitter glue. Also I broke my bottle. Well, I didn't actually break the bottle, but I broke the nib in the bottle. It does still work though, but the little metal nib on there, I broke it. So I need to order a new one because that's the fine tip one, this bottle. But yeah, you know, it's fine, it's fine. So I'm going to line that up there so that I know roughly how far down to go. And as I said, towards the edge, and like before, we're going to scrunchie it up just a little bit. Like that. Then I will put this one on. It kind of helps if you take the lid off first, guys. You know, glue won't come out of it with the lid on. Funnily enough. Right, so now we're going to match this up with this, and luckily there are some lines on here that show me a little indication of where it should be, and of course that's too far over. Typical. However, we can lose some of this at this edge. Not really that important to keep it, so let's kind of lose a little bit of that. That's fine. Alrighty, so glue that on there and scrunch. That is, of course, if I've lined it up correct, which I think I have. It'll do anyway, it's going to have to do. Okay, so And we just go in with more glue, scrunch. Alright, and then with this bit on. So, maybe just give it a bit of a spray so it curls up a little bit more. Try and get these lined up, the words. Excuse me, guys. Right, so restless. There we go, get them lined up. Doesn't need to be perfect, but yeah, there we go. So we have another page lovingly restored. Okay, so yeah, that is now that page, and this, dropping it on. Okay, so now we're back on track to have the pages in the correct order. Okay, so that is this page, that is this page. So now we're back to having a nice double page spread, which is how I wanted it to be. Okay, now this one is considerably grungier than that one, and these. So I'm just going to use what little bit of archival potting soil I have on here. Actually, I need a bit more. To just very lightly go over the edges. Like the raised bits, should I say. Okay. Bearing in mind this has been in the trash for goodness knows how many years, and of course it's been damaged considerably. So there we go. Yeah, I didn't want to go down the really grungy route because the kit itself, you know, is just awesome. But maybe some pages are more grungier than the others. That way. Okay, so now glue that down. It's not my phone ringing. Alright, so this will be our first page of the journal. Not the cover, this will just be the first page. So then we turn it over, and there we have all the information. We have a collection of what's to come, and then we have the skeletons. That's wrong. That way, oh honestly, I will get it right. So that's what we've got. That actually really is considerably more grungy than that. Anyhow, never mind. Okay, so there we have that. And then on this page here, oops, on that page there, so we've now done that page. So on this page here, we need that Mr. Pumpkinhead thing. And yes, so I'm going to love you and leave you guys while I figure all this out. And then at some point in another video, not this one, because it could take me a few days to sort this, But yeah, at some point in another video I will come back and we will have a catch up to see where we are at. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so I have painstakingly worked all day, and I mean all day. It's nearly quarter past 8 p.m. I work in 12 hours. So yeah, it's 8:13 p.m. and yeah, I've been doing this all day, guys. Pretty much, obviously. I've taken a few breaks in between here and there. If I had known before doing this idea that it was going to be such a football ache to put it all back together again, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, I am filthy with ink, but you know what? It's all going to be worth it. It's really, really all going to be worth it, or at least I hope it is. Alright, so this is the last page for me for today. Once I have this page done, it means I am halfway through the pile of putting things back together. So I'm going to, that is the top piece because I tore it whilst it was wet. So I'll stick that on. I have moved over to the Anita's tacky glue, which is getting a good squishing. Yeah, so I'll put that in a different way now, so it gets squished from a different angle. I don't want the bottle popping. No particular reason other than my, pardon me, art glitter glue is running low, so it was getting a little bit difficult to squeeze because obviously these are round bottles. So I just swapped over to the Anita's tacky glue because I have loads of these and I need to use them, and it's been working great for this project. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gluing things down, and I'm not, you know, it's not the sort of thing I need to dry in a hurry. And also, Anita's tacky glue doesn't, but if it warps the paper underneath, if it's a glue that slightly warps the paper underneath, for this project, that's awesome. But it actually doesn't. Not that I'm disappointed, but yeah, so I will, just thought I'd come and do this one on camera with you guys, and then I'll give you a little flip through of how far I've got, because I'm halfway through the journal now, so that's fun. So I'm going to give myself a rest from the journal for a few days, and think I'm going to catch up with the daily makes because I'm still only on day 3 of the daily makes. I need to catch up with videos as well. I admit, although I am behind with the daily makes from the actual collaboration, so the collaborators makes, I have been watching daily videos by Bella Boo Creations, and oh my goodness, Belle, your story for this project, it needs to be turned into a film, girl. I'm telling you, I have been literally hanging on your every word, and it's like, oh, I so need him to find, what he's looking for on his quest. I'm not going to ruin it and give spoilers. Go and watch. Honestly, it's amazing. I'll link her playlist below. Honestly. Yeah. I don't know exactly what Tracie had envisaged when she created this kit, other than it being related, Edgar Allan Poe theme, but Bella, or Belle, she calls herself Belle, on her channel has just run with a complete story that she's made up herself, and she's like, I'm running with it, this is how I interpret it, and wow, guys, wow. I've been loving every minute of it, every second of it, and it's like, I'm all caught up with videos now. Well, actually, I need to catch up with today's, which is day 8. Yeah, but, well, today you will be watching this on the 9th, which will be Monday, so, but I am actually filming on the 8th. Is it the 8th? Yes, it's Sunday the 8th. I had a video up today. I had part 2 of day 7 up today. I wasn't actually planning on doing a video today. But yeah, so, and then I just ended up doing this. So you will be watching this on Monday the 9th. So there will be another instalment of Belle's story on, you know, Belle's take on this. Yeah, so honestly guys, go and check it out, it's awesome. And I do, like I said, need to be catching up with the daily collaborators makes as well, and then actually do the daily makes myself. But yeah, Belle is also one of the collaborators. I'm not sure when her day is, but she is actually one of the collaborators. So, yeah, I can't wait for her day. But yeah, so I really need to get my butt into gear and watch the collaborator videos. I hope you guys have been watching regardless of me not catching up yet. If so, then please feel free to comment in the description, comment in the comment section below, which day so far, which collaboration day so far has been your favourite. Not my videos, because mine aren't collaboration days. Mine are just, you know, days. This is just me, not killing time, but getting into the groove of things before my day. My day is on the 28th, so plenty of inspiration before my day. Yeah, so should actually, when you are watching this on the 9th, we should have been going on holiday, but it has been postponed until September now, because my husband Steve has had a cyst on his shoulder that decided to leak. Yeah, so he had surgery 3 weeks ago on Tuesday. Yeah, he had surgery to have it drained and removed, and it's gone well, everything's great. But he's on daily dressing changes. It's a nice clean wound, it's healing fabulous, but he's still on daily dressing changes, so sometimes we are able to get to the clinic and sometimes the clinic is full, so we have to sit in and wait for the nurses. The nurses do come in over the weekend because the clinics aren't open at weekend. Yeah, but because we're on daily dressing changes, we have had to push the holiday forward to September, because obviously we can't do daily dressing changes if we're not going to be here. Yeah, so this is getting me in the mood, in the groove, and it's also kind of taking my mind off the fact that we should be going on holiday and we're not. We're just going later than planned, but I really want to go on holiday. Yes, so, anywho, as you may have noticed, because I am behind with the daily collaborative videos, that so far, obviously, I am loving what Belle's doing at Bellaboo Creations. Excuse me. So, yeah. Definitely, guys, go and check that out, and please check out everybody else's videos. They are so freaking cool. Have you checked out Tracie's latest video as well, where on the collaboration, where she does something rather drastic to her journal? And yeah, and also, have you checked out, even though this is the Creep on June 2025 collaboration, have you checked out Tracie's latest video that is not Creep on June related? If not, please do, because there is a freebie involved in that, and I shall be downloading that, and I shall be doing that as well. But I'm probably not going to post it on the channel. Not yet, anyway, because I want to get the Creep on June stuff in there. So, yeah. Oh, that is cool. Okay, so much for me saying, well, we're not going to go down the grungy route. I'm not going to grunge it up, ink it up and grunge it. Doesn't need it. Well, do you know what? I have. So, right, I'm now halfway through the journal. So, this is how mine is going to go. It is going to be ring bound, so the rings are all going to be on this side. Okay, so this, it says front page. Now, for my front page, I have a picture of Edgar Allan Poe himself. And this is a picture, a printable from the Digital Collage Club. It is a membership-based website. But yeah, I treat myself to a lifetime membership just before Christmas, or for Christmas. Yes, so, and I downloaded that from there, but I'm pretty sure you can find images of Edgar Allan Poe on, like, public domain websites and things like that, but my intention is to kind of grungy, you know, like, maybe rip and tear the edges a little bit, grungy them up, and that's just going to sit on there on its own, like so. So that will be my very front page, other than the cover. Okay, and then we will turn over and that will be the first page. And then, obviously, as you saw earlier, I mixed the pages up because I glued the wrong one on that one. But this is how it's gone so far. So, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Some of these have been quite challenging to put together, and others have been really fun. Well, it's all fun, but some have been challenging, others have been quite simple. These ones, all the different ones, were driving me insane. But thankfully, I think I've only got 3, maybe 4 of these ones left where there's several pieces. At the moment, I'm on to the ones that only have 3 pieces, which is like, phew. So much easier. Yes, so, as I said, mine will have rings going down there, so it will open up as full page spreads like so. And yeah, and then, because I again did a boo-boo with that, these pages are going to be at the end of the journal now. Or I think what I might do is actually potentially do a separate journal, because my original idea was to do this. Well, this is what was in my head. Do that, and then I should have left a blank page there, and then this was going to go there, and then that should have been glued onto that page. So that we have, you know, that. But that didn't work. I just didn't do it. I forgot about it. And I was going to have these blank pages in between each pages, but it didn't go like that. So I'm now going to have this, and this is going to be really bulky by the time it's finished. But then I've got all these pages here that I dyed ready, so I don't know if, I mean, I've got another 14 pages to go. Is it 14? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I think I've got another 9 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 7 pages to go in here, and then that as well, if I was to put that in the back. I mean, it would look cool, but it's whether or not the rings would still open nicely enough, because if you just imagine another maybe 7 pages in there, and then them at the back, it's going to be an awful lot of bulk. So, unless I use bigger rings. But I want the journal to, you know, just open up really nicely, which is hard work when there's a lot of pages in it. So I may be making a separate journal or something along those lines. But for now, this is what we have, which is just so freaking cool. I love it to bits. Yeah, and I'm gonna carry on at another time, so I'll put that there and then I know what page I'm on. That's going to be the next page, which is over there. And yeah, so, and then obviously once I've done these other pages, we will then bind this journal with the rings, and then the fun starts then, where we layer the pages, because it's not just going to end there. This journal's not just going to end here where we've restored the pages, no, because then we need to restore some of the images. And if you go back onto previous videos, you will see that I have printed these pages again onto matte photo paper and gloss photo paper, so that we can add these in as actual photos. And yeah, so, and where these little clips are there, a picture of a clip, I have some dies, some little die cuts that resemble those, so we will be using those as well. And then, like I said here, where it looks like has been a page tab and little brads, I have some teeny tiny brads here, and I will cut the page tab and then it will go onto that page with the actual real brads. How cool is that? And I've just thought that is a bummer to do, because I should have done that before gluing it down. The brad's going to come through the other side, but oh, you know, it is what it is, guys. Oh, mind you, no, it won't matter actually, because I could. Yes, no, it won't matter, because I'm going to layer it anyway with a real one. So I can cut the tab out, put the brads in the tab, and then glue the tab on there so that you can see the real brads, but the brads aren't going to go through to the next page. Okay, problem solved. Honestly, I have notes everywhere on what I want to do. Alright, so Edgar is going to sit back up there where he was, because he's been overseeing the project and all its failures. I'm going to round all the corners on this journal, because that's just how I like it, or I might just do the edges and leave that straight. We'll see. I'll probably do them all, because you know what I'm like, guys. But yeah, so it's just so fun. Look how groovy, look how creepy it is. Love it so much. Right, so now I am going to go to bed, or at least I'm going to go upstairs to the bedroom, and after watching Belle's videos, Bellaboo Creations, after watching her videos and her numerous mentions of Van Helsing and Dracula, I really want to watch Van Helsing, so I'm going to go to bed and do that. Something else I'd thought of as well whilst watching Belle's videos and her story, and whatnot that she's creating, and the fact that Paul's travelling, sorry, I'm not going to say anymore, Paul's travelling, it also sparked in my mind, do you know, I really, really, really want to go back and watch Penny Dreadful, because that was brilliant, and I think that Penny Dreadful series and all the different creatures and things in there just ties in with all these creatures and things brilliantly. It's got all of them in it. So yeah, I'm going to dig that out as well and watch that. So I am going to love you and leave you guys. So take care, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.